I can't believe this day is already here, the day I become your wife. In just a few short hours, we will be standing next to each other, promising ourselves to one another for the rest of our lives. I knew the first time we met that I would never want to spend a day without you. Over the last 4 years, I've realized that home is not a place with 4 walls and a roof. It is simply wherever I am with you. God truly chose us right when we needed each other the most. Ethan, you challenge me every day, even in times where I can't see the light at the end. You love me for me, despite of all of me. I'm an imperfect person, so I can't promise you I'll be the perfect wife. But I can promise you that I will show up for you, pray for you, and grow with you. I promise to be your best friend, to laugh, to cry, and to cheer on the hogs by your side for the rest of our lives. I love you today, tomorrow, and forever.
I stand in awe of you. I stand in awe of you. I stand in...
Kiersten, soon we will say our vows and become one in the eyes of God. But before we say I do, I want to tell you a few things. When we met, I could tell right away I'd found a kind and fun-loving person. Little did I know that I would be saying the words I love you within a month of us dating. It only took you a few weeks to say it back, but regardless, we both fell fast for each other. I remember our long nights hanging out, talking about what our future would look like together, and now it has become a reality. When I introduced you to my family, they fell in love with you right away. My mother always told me to find a woman who would set me straight when I needed it, but also one who would stick with me when I'm at my lowest point. You have definitely set me straight many times, and you have been there for me when I was struggling. The way you carry yourself as a person makes me love you more and more every day. You are strong, hardworking, and most of all, you are honest. I'm so happy that the day is here and that I get to marry my best friend. We have laughed and we have cried. One of the things I love the most about us is our inside jokes that no one would understand, and that is why you are my best friend. You were there for me when my sweet Meemaw passed away, and I will never forget her last words to me. You take care of Kiersten and always love her. She is an amazing girl, and she deserves the world from you. I told her that I promise I will, and to this day and forever, I will keep that promise. I also promise to keep God at the center of our marriage. I am so thankful that I get to marry my best friend and soulmate today. You are the best thing that has ever happened to me, and I'm excited to be your husband. I love you. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25 says, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." All my love, Ethan.
All glory and power belong to your name, Jesus. Forever and ever yours is the kingdom, the power and the glory. Yours is the kingdom, the power and the glory. Yours is the kingdom, the power and the glory, Lord. Oh, forever and ever and ever and ever, yours is the kingdom.
I, Kiersten, take you, Ethan, to be my husband.
I, Ethan, take you, Kiersten, to be my wife.
And I do promise and covenant
And I do promise and covenant
before God and these witnesses
before God and these witnesses
to be your loving and faithful wife,
to be your loving and faithful husband,
in plenty and in want,
in plenty and in want,
in joy and in sorrow,
and in joy and in sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
I stand in awe of you. I stand in awe of you. I stand stand in awe of you. Born to the darkness, I was rejected and cut off from home. I couldn't see his love for me. They said he's not who he seems. Don't get your hopes up for healing, but lies fell away when I saw his face. My heart burst to life. I saw delight in his eyes when he looked at me. My whole world's on fire, alive in the presence that burns inside of me. Now I know whose I am.
Kiersten, you are truly an amazing woman who has a big heart and lots of patience to put up with Ethan. You keep Ethan on the straight and narrow because we all know that if he lived his life like his golf game, he'd be lost in the woods. I'm a little scared to say what I'm about to say in fear of being punched, but he's a big teddy bear of a guy and cares a lot about those around him. He truly is a hard-working and great guy, passionate about growing his faith with others, and has hobbies that can put meat on the table, which is a plus. And I love this man like a brother.
My heart burst to life. I saw delight in his eyes when he looked at me. My whole world's on fire, alive in the presence.
For those of you who know me and Kiersten really well, you know that we're very similar and we love each other to death. Growing up with Kiersten by my side has been one of the biggest blessings in my life. You're truly one of the brightest lights in the form of a human, and there's no one else I'd rather resemble than you.
No one could ever take my song away. My eyes were
Okay, as you can see, I may not have lived long, but I have lived long enough to know that Kiersten and Ethan are meant for each other. Whenever I would see Kiersten, she'd always lend a helping hand, ask me questions, and I would always answer. Ethan is just always has a smile on his face. He's really happy and brings light into the room. These two people are meant for each other.
my faith. My life was changed the day that Jesus came. Hey, my heart burst to life. I saw delight in his eyes.
So here we are, the day when every little girl dreams of and every father hates to see. The day that your child leaves home and starts a new life, but I know Ethan will take care of you. As you grow as a couple, just remember to be forgiving, accept each other for your differences and faults, and you'll be just fine. We love you both. We're excited to see how your new life unfolds. So let's raise our glasses and the toast to the newlyweds, Ethan and Kiersten Gregory.